rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land.
Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Killer call, we rally and war. For the choppers will settle the score.
Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The forever burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song.
Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land.
Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Killer call, we rally and war. For the choppers will settle the score.
Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song.
Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land.
Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Killer call, we rally and war. For the choppers will settle the score.
Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song.
Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land.
Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Killer call, we rally and war. For the choppers will settle the score.
Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song.
Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first, we'll rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Shall we rally and roar for the coppers will settle the score?
Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Hear a call, we rally and roar for America first. We'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Shall we rally and roar for the coppers will settle the score?
Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Hear a call, we rally and roar for America first. We'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Shall we rally and roar for the coppers will settle the score?
Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Hear a call, we rally and roar for America first. We'll
rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait.
Shall we rally and roar for the coppers will settle the score?
Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light.
From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Hear a call, we rally and roar for America first. We'll
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. In the ongoing trade war between Canada and the U.S., Canada is reducing its dependence on U.S. suppliers of military gear.
The Canadian government is investing billions of dollars to reduce reliance on suppliers of military gear from the U.S. Wuxley is a Canadian company that makes luxury parkas. Now it's branching into defense contracting, making helmet covers for the Canadian military. James Yurachuk is founder and CEO.
There's a lot of engineering. Here's a complete garment. A lot of engineering goes into here. You see the quality.
Volatus Aerospace in Vaughan, Canada makes drones. CEO Glenn Lynch.
The objective is to develop the technologies that the Canadian Armed Forces needs, which are also including kinetic products, because those are required and they have to be built in Canada.
I'm Donna Water.
President Trump retaliated by signing an executive order renaming Lake Ontario as Lake America. He says he's been thinking about renaming Lake Ontario for a long time, just as he did with the Gulf of Mexico.
We have a Gulf and we have a lake. Now all we need is an ocean. So maybe we'll have to change the name of the Atlantic and or the Pacific. Maybe we'll change them both.
Trump cannot force Canada to follow his preferred naming convention, however. Rescue teams and military helicopters are searching for hundreds of missing people along the Nepal-China border. That's where a deadly torrent of water and mud several stories high swept through communities Wednesday following a glacier collapse. Videos of the disaster showed people running before the floodwaters swallowed them up and washed out buildings and bridges. More than 390 people were killed and more than 1,400 are missing. On Wall Street, the Dow by 105 points. The Nasdaq rose 411. The S&P advanced 55. This is SRN News. A lot of Californians are taking their own lives.
In the past 5 years, the number of people taking advantage of assisted suicide in the state has soared 150%. Other states which have legalized the practice are also reporting a surge. In Canada, where lawmakers continue to expand the groups of people who are eligible, the numbers are skyrocketing. Pro-lifers and disability advocates warn that a so-called right to die can very quickly become a duty to die for the old, sick, and disabled. Michael Harrington reporting.
A lot has changed in hotel rooms across the country over the past 100 years, but one constant is the Gideon Bible. The tradition began in 1908 when a Gideon's International member placed Bibles in hotel rooms in Montana. Since then, over 2.5 billion have been distributed worldwide. The Bibles have also appeared in prisons, hospitals, and even the White House. This is SRN News.
Are you tired of weak, woke, whisper politics? Then buckle up, America, because Killer Karl is here, turning politics all the way up for the America First movement. We're exposing the swamp, crushing the globalists, and fighting for the forgotten men and women who built this country. Killer Karl, the most unapologetic, high-octane political show on radio. It'll make your blood pump and your neighbors wake up.
Question is, what do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money. They have no anything. They're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can. But don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying. All right? They're dying.
What do you mean by being?
All right. Do you want to know who's dying for their life? The American farmer, the American cattle rancher. That's who's dying for their life. Welcome to the Killer Karl Radio Show. Listen. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be taking your calls. The number is 484-939-9822. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, because there's nothing America First about that. Sorry. I know there's a lot of people out there that listen to my show on social media. They're going to have a heart attack. But it's true. It's absolutely true. That statement right there is offensive to me. And we're going to bring on Casey Parker, And Casey, I'm going to bring you in right now. And there you are, Casey. You know what? All right. Yeah, you got to unmute your mic. All right. So, Casey Parker, for those of you on the radio, maybe she wasn't prepared because maybe she watched my show and she knows that typically I don't bring people on till after the 15-minute mark because we go to commercial. But I got to tell you, Casey Parker is one of the most educated people on the planet when it comes down to cattle ranching and what's going on. You know, the funniest thing that I hear is, oh my God, are you serious? What are you talking about? President Trump is trying to lower the price of beef by allowing Argentinian beef into America. Well, no, it hurts America. Why? Because you know what? Our cattle ranchers, and when Casey's ready to come on, she'll.
There we go.
All right. Sorry, Casey.
No, sorry. I was having an audio issue on my side.
But you know what? Typically, I don't know because typically I don't bring people on because 7:15 we go to commercial break. So typically I don't bring people on till after that. But to be honest, like this really agitates the hell out of me because it's like, are you serious, dude? Like, I don't care about Argentinian people. I don't care about the government of Argentina. You know what I care about? I care about American cattle farmers. I care about American beef. I care about the American ranchers, right? Because they're the ones that supply us with quality beef that is regulated by America. And yes. I had you on my Saturday morning show. I think, what was it, like a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Right? And this my weeknight show launched maybe 3 weeks ago. So, you know,
awesome.
Thank you for coming on.
I
appreciate that.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But the reality of it is like there was nothing America first about that statement. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. And I don't know who's advising President Trump on this because he's not a cattle rancher. He doesn't know a whole lot about agriculture. Obviously, after watching the Glenn Beck episode yesterday as well, where he told him like, "Hey, we need these regulations dropped. Like it's insane. You're only helping those foreign packers."
You know what's funny, Casey? I know Glenn Beck. I know him from when he was in Philadelphia. I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania, so I know him from back then. He wasn't a cattle rancher, right? Glenn Beck came from Florida, Philadelphia, to Texas, and then he became a cattle rancher, right?
Yeah.
Why did he become a cattle rancher? Because he realized that that he needed to isolate himself.
Yeah.
Because where America, unfortunately, is going, not a good place.
No, it's not.
People like you that are self-sufficient, I mean, it's easy. The reality of it, it's easy for people to get wrapped up in the politics of it. But the reality of it is you're self-sufficient. Most of America isn't. And they don't realize how difficult life would be without people like you.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's just the national security issue gets to me the most. It really does, because I understand that there's a lot of people out there that, don't have the land or not self-sufficient. When you have foreign companies controlling your food supply, foreign corporations at that, it's not good. It's not going to end well.
So break us down before we hit the 15-minute mark, we're coming up. Let me set this up, and then after the commercial break, we'll come back and I'll let you hit this.
Sure.
So most Americans can't wrap their mind around how difficult it is to be a cattle rancher, and the competition from foreign markets. They don't understand that. I think it's like 3% or 3 of the meat packing plants. 3 of the major meat packing plants in America are controlled by foreign interests.
Mm-hmm.
And they undercut the small cattle rancher like you, the people that provide us with quality beef, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They undercut you. And when they go to the grocery store, they're just thinking, oh, I'm going to buy this chunk of beef or this ground beef. And you know what? It's affordable. But the reality of it is it's really not affordable because it's coming in. It's been circumvented by foreign governments and brought into our country and overlooked by a lot of the American standards. And we got into this in my Saturday morning show, but we're gonna jump back into that. But we've got a few minutes. So before we hit the 15-minute mark, tell people a little bit about yourself and how you got into the cattle ranching industry.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm in Illinois. I went to college, got married. We had a couple businesses. We still had a small hobby farm on the side, but when COVID hit, I went back full time. I was like, I'm diving deep back in, full-fledged. So we went back to agriculture, and we've seen everything that's happening around us. So a year ago, we founded the American Rancher Alliance, and it's extraordinary what has happened.
So you grew up in this industry,
mm-hmm.
right? And
yes.
you went to college, and it drilled you back into it because you realized that this is how you wanted to raise your family.
My heart has always been in agriculture. I always wanted to go back to it, but I took that time in my life where it wasn't as easy to go back to agriculture, and I started another business that was easier. And then, eventually I came back, and I knew I was going to come back at some point in my life for sure.
Well, and that's the thing that I realized about you, right? Because I'm all about truth. I'm all about honesty. You actually believe in what you're talking about. You actually believe in the industry that you support. It brought you back there. And I love that about you. I love that about your family. And that's why I'll always bring you on, support you, and have my audience support what you do. And when I saw what President Trump said, and don't get me wrong, I voted for President Trump 3 times. I'm an America First patriot. I believe he won all 3 times. But when he's wrong,
absolutely,
I'm here to call him out, and I get hate from both sides, so I don't care.
Oh, I do too, but it's fine. I mean, I'm going to call it like I see it, and I'm going to say the truth and what is best for the American people and the American Ranger. If I see what's going to happen, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, hey, this isn't good.
Yes, and what's best for the American people is having American beef.
Yeah, it is.
And the American farmer produce food in America. Right.
Yes.
All right. With that being said, we're going to hit a commercial break right now. We'll be back after this with Casey Parker. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Let's go to line 1. Mickey in Quakertown. What's up?
Oh, my God. You are killing the planet.
By doing what?
shadows we rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war, for America first will settle the score! Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light from the ashes of the past we strive. With iron resolve, we will not divide. The forever burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war, for America first will settle the score! Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light from the ashes of the past we strive. With iron resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war, for America first will settle the score! Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light from the ashes of the past we strive. With iron resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war, for America first will settle the score! Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light from the ashes of the past we strive. With iron resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will.
But
Welcome back. Listen, if you're not following me on social media, you're missing out on the actual video of the Butter song. I'm sorry. If you're not a fan of Danzig and you've never heard the song Mother, but you know, Butter's just as good. But if you're not seeing the actual aspect of it, follow me on social media. If you're on the radio end of this at Killer Carl Radio, or Radio Killer Carl. I've been thrown off some social media. It's hard to believe, but I have been. So you might have to switch it around a little bit. But before we get into Casey, I want to take a minute to recognize the advertisers of the Killer Carl Radio Show, because that's why we're here, right? That's why we're bringing you the truth, right? So ironbeancoffee.com, ironbeancoffee.com. Listen, I always start my day with the best cup of coffee on the planet. Why? Well, because it's roasted when you order it and shipped to you. Freddie, a friend of mine from Iron Bean, served us over in the Middle East, came back, former Marine, came back, and he said, hey, I want to create a America First coffee company, and he did. He did. The best coffee you'll ever find, ironbeancoffee.com, ironbeancoffee.com. You got to support these people, because there's a lot of people that want to silence what I have to say, just like they want to silence Casey, right? But we're not going to allow that to happen, right? With your support behind us, go to ironbeancoffee.com. And you know what? Patriot Pouch, right? Some people chew. Casey, I don't know if your husband does the chew. Maybe not.
No.
No. All right, good. But if he did, I would say, like, that's a nasty habit. Get rid of it. Go to patriotpouchusa.com. You could save 10% if you used promo code KillerGirl10. It's an alternative to nicotine. It's a pouch, right? Like, I don't do any of that stuff. So, but if you did, and you wanted to get away from smoking or chewing, this is the way to go. My friend Alex Duncan from Texas, former U.S. Senate candidate, right, for Texas. Listen, we're all America first. We're all fighting this battle. And you got to support all of us. You got to support me. You got to support Casey and her family. Why? Because she's out there telling the truth. Now, Casey, I want you to lay out President Trump's comments and what's actually going on in the American cattle industry. And I mean, I know why you guys are having issues, but I want you to lay it out to our audience, right? Because we're syndicated on radio stations, and a lot of people are like, wait a minute, you know, President Trump said, I want to help out Argentina, you know? And I'm like, no, wait a minute, pump the brakes. That's not America first. We have cattle ranchers that have been struggling because we have this screwworm issue. And I just lay it out for us. Go ahead. You take over.
Yeah, the problem is most likely it's JBS that would be importing that, because they're multinational and they're a Brazilian-owned packer. But the ranchers only have these 4 packers to take their beef to. Like, it's pretty much down to the 85% down to those. And if they're getting the beef cheaper from those foreign places, then they're going to give the cattlemen here cheaper prices. You know, they're going to, because they can get it cheaper over there. So that's kind of where, and the customers are not going to see that spread, because those packers, they're going to do what they always do, and they're going to capture that spread and make record profits as usual. So, you know, just right at the same place. And then listen, with the Argentina beef, you know, when China rejected that Argentinian beef, it had a broad spectrum antibiotic in it that is not allowed to be used in beef cattle in the United States at all because it is a fatal bone marrow damaging substance. And it's really that antibiotic is only used as a last resort. So after you give them an antibiotic that doesn't work, this is a last resort antibiotic. So those cows, what it sounds like to me is those cows were dying, sick and dying. So they killed those cows and tried to sell it off on somebody else. So they're feeding you sick, injected cattle. Sick, dying, injected.
That's disturbing.
It's disgusting.
It's disturbing. And I don't know about anybody else in America. I'm not feeding my. I have two beautiful granddaughters. I have a 3 beautiful children. I'm not feeding them that, right?
No, absolutely not.
Explain to us, right? Why do they want to bring in? Okay, so first of all, how did we get captured into our country relying on these 3? They're 3 foreign.
Mm-hmm. It's just been consolidation over the decades.
You know what? I watched a video, and everybody needs to follow Casey, by the way. What is it? American Ranchers Alliance. Follow her. Facebook, X. Follow her because she's got a series coming up, right? And they're going to do an investigative report on what happened, how we got here.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to give everything away, but give me just a little sneak peek on how we got there and how do we get out of it?
Yeah, a lot of it is the lobbying. So they've been lobbying cattle organizations and our presidential administrations for decades.
Wow.
So, and and they're creating these policies like Glenn Beck was talking about, and these policies and regulations have made it easy for them and then made it impossible for the smaller producers. So it just, it's a big corporate consolidation because we've been pushed out because of these regulations. And that's kind of how it's gone. There's a lot of, dirty, deep truths behind that are not even really I mean, I guess they're kind of related to beef, but that these guys have done that makes them like a cartel and why they're called a cartel. I mean, these guys are dirty, bad, evil people.
So, I know they are.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, most of our I would say 97% of our politicians are just dirty people.
Yeah.
Right? They don't really care about America. They don't care about the small rancher. Unless the small rancher has enough money to create a lobbyist group, all right, to lobby them to allow American beef to be prominent in America. But that's not happening. And
No.
and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Somehow President Trump has been convinced, right? And I could play the clip again, but I'm not going to because it makes me so sick to my stomach. Somehow President Trump has been convinced that the Argentinian government is so destitute
Yeah.
that he has to. And the first thing I said, Casey, was like, wait a minute. Our cattle ranchers right now, because of screwworm and everything that's been done to them,
The drought,
the drought, screwworm, they're suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you worried about Argentina? So, okay, Casey, how do we lower the beef price without importing beef from Argentina, and it's already being. We discussed this on my Saturday morning show. It's already being brought in somehow through Brazil and all these other countries.
Mexico,
which is disgusting. You don't want to feed your family Mexican beef. You can't even drink the freaking water there. Let's be honest. You can't.
Yeah.
So why would you want to eat the meat from there? Let's be honest. So, Casey, how do we fix this problem? How do we lower the price of beef? If you had President Trump's ear, how do we lower the price of beef? How do we fix this problem? How do we grow the cattle herds in America? Because that's what I'm hearing. What the talking point that you're going to hear from the White House, by the way, because I got it, and I won't. I'm not going to reciprocate that talking point, but I'll just tell you what it is. We don't have enough cattle here, and we've got to import beef to make it cheaper. I'm going to call BS on that.
Yeah.
Just saying. Going to call BS on that because I believe in telling you the truth. I'm not going to sit here and tell you talking points that are sent to me. I refuse to. How do we fix this, Casey?
We need to bring more competition back to the market. I mean, that's basically what it is, but not by importing beef. I would say lower our exports by about 5% to help us get through this, getting the heifers retained, and letting us, recoup for the next 3 years, because that's how long it's going to, 3 to 5 probably is how long it's going to take. But having, this is what we're doing with the American Rancher Alliance. We are bringing competition back to the market instead of having those big four packers so they don't control everything, and we're just a cooperative of ranchers nationwide. We procure cattle the same way as you would see through, say, like Superior Livestock or any of those other marketing places. And then we have secured shackle space for, up to about 1 million head of cattle right now, with independent processors throughout the United States. I'm getting ready to make a huge announcement on that. It's going to be amazing, but I'm going to leave it till I get the announcement out tomorrow.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Back up. Don't bury the lead here.
It's going to be great.
Don't bury the lead. So when is this coming out? Because this is actually, I think, some of the best news that we've heard for actually relief for the price of beef.
Yeah. And then after we take them to these processors, because the big four are hurting the independent American processors and the regulations that they've lobbied in place for, just as much as they are the American ranchers. But once they process the cattle, we broker the beef to the retailers, the end users. And after the bills are paid and all those things, the margins go back to the producers that they get from the sale of the beef. And it's not a lot by any means. They're small margins on the top. It helps us, do all the traceability and all of those things. But the rest of it goes back to the producer. And we have other income streams also, like we're putting out a magazine. There's a lot of things that we're doing outside of just this, so we can help pay those bills and more of those margins go back to those producers. But getting that second income check, from the sale of their beef, instead of it going to corporate shareholders or foreign corporations, that's an extra check to help them be able to retain those heifers and, keep going.
What I want the audience to know is how do they sign up for the magazine? How do they support this? Because listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't get any more America first than your beef supply, right? You want to keep your beef here, right? That's the one thing I love about Casey, right? That's why I wanted to have her on. That's why I always want to have her on, is because she's always on point, super intelligent. and she brings the facts, and she has solutions, right? It's not just complaining like this. We can't, whatever. She actually has a solution to the problem. That's what I love about it, right? So how do we support you? How does the audience support you? And how do we get behind this movement?
Yeah. So you go to our website, it's goarabeef.org, and we have multiple ways to support us on there. There's donations, and then there's also we have forms that we put on there that you can take to your grocery stores or your schools or your military bases and say, hey, we want American beef, look at this.
And by the
so
way,
they can reach out to us.
Yep. And by the way, I have taken those forms. I've taken those forms to my grocery stores and to my schools. Like, my kids are grown up. Great. My kids are probably as old as you are. You're not very old, right?
I'm getting there.
No,
I'm a grandma now.
I'm a grandfather, but you look very young. But I have kids that my grandkids are going to go to those schools because I live in this community, so I want them to have the best of the best. And so when I had you on, and you told me about this, I'm like, you know what? I'm a what do they call it? A force multiplier. That's what I do, right? I'm a force multiplier. Yeah. I believe in action. And so I did that, and I took it to the grocery stores, and you told me about you guys might have a deal with Costco.
Yeah, we're working on a deal with Costco currently, and several
and
other.
I'm looking for it because, you know what? I go to Costco, and you know what? I will not buy their Wagyu beef till.
Yeah.
And now I won't do it. I will not buy their Wagyu beef till I know 100%, till Casey tells me, Carl, we're good. Because I know it's not 100% Wagyu. I know.
No. All that stuff that you're seeing in like Walmart or any of those places that say Wagyu on them, they're being imported by JBS and Imperial Beef. And they're only a quarter Wagyu in them, 0.25%. Like, so they're mostly another breed, Angus, Hereford, maybe Brahma, I don't know, but it's a mixture of other breeds of cattle, and it's only a quarter Wagyu, but they'll put that sticker of Wagyu on there so they can sell it for more. But they're not raising those cattle out like Wagyu. They're butchering them at like 14 months old. So it's ridiculous. It's absolutely false advertising in every way.
I want to get into a little bit of Wagyu, what you do, and the difference between, like the Walmart, Costco cattle and what you raise, right? So what's the difference? Lay it out.
So with the Alliance, we have all cattle. So every kind of cattle there are across the country. My ranch just specifically does Wagyu. We have we raise and feed out full blood Wagyu. And we actually have a lot of Wagyu producers in Akushi, which is the red Wagyu, in our organization as well. And it's good because it gives us all different ranges of beef so that, we can supply it all, so because there's a market for everybody, here. And that's not a quarter Wagyu and a lie. That's the thing that I love about our transparency is we tell you what you're eating exactly, it. Yeah.
And so let's just say somebody wants to say, you know what? I want to buy beef from Casey. Right, from Casey, I want to buy beef from Casey. Where do we find that? Can we do it online? Can we?
Well, right now I'm actually sold out of beef because we're in the middle of moving our ranch.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah, but everybody has been absolutely amazing. I made a post and was like, "Hey guys, I need your help. I need to get rid of these last steers." And boy, I mean, everybody just came on there and helped me, move them. So, because I'm so focused on this right now, we're getting ready to launch. Got a lot going on with that. We're trying to move our ranch across the country and expand our operation. And there's so much going on right now. I'm like, I don't have time to do the D2C because I'm trying to help all the ranchers get together to, get it into the grocery stores where we belong.
You know what, though, Casey? That shows me that you are you're a leader, right? You're leading this movement. You're expanding it. You care about America. You care about growing and that's what this show is always about. Is about America first. You care about America first. You care about highlighting the American rancher, right? And getting quality food, folks, quality food into the hands of American people at an affordable price, right? So that's the thing, Casey. So as far as Trump talking about, we're bringing in this Argentinian beef, we're going to lower prices, because that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
He was advised incorrectly. I mean, I understand he doesn't understand, but he has the advisors that are there. I don't know who advised him on it because nobody will say. So there's that.
Maybe Jared Kushner. I'm just
I don't know, or Greer. I'm not sure. It's one of them. But yeah, whoever made that choice made a bad decision. And I think Trump understands that now, and why he went on Glenn Beck's show and was like, "Okay, what do I do, guys? Like, what do I do? I'm sorry,
What's bringing in that Argentinian beef? What's that going to do to the American cattle rancher?
Yeah, it's just the Big Four is gonna use it to lower the prices given to them for their cattle.
Can you tell us the cattle rancher right now in America is already struggling?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that going to do to them? What's that going to do? We're not talking about the big. There's big cattle farms out there, right?
Oh,
they're going to be fine. We're talking about, the small cattle rancher out there that's just, it's generational, and they love what they do, and they're honoring their parents and their grandparents. What's that going to do to them? Because I've heard a lot of times from what I've heard from people is they're like, well, this is going to crush me. I might just sell. And when they sell, who's going to gobble it up?
That's what they want. They want you to sell. That's what they're pushing.
Of course.
That's what they're pushing.
Yep.
We can't let that happen. And it just makes, once again, back to our national security issue for our children, our grandchildren. And look at the food in this country. It's just horrible. Everybody's sick. It's just getting worse and worse. And their agenda is progressing. And we have to stop it. We have to stop it. If we don't stop it, then it's, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, you have children, right?
Yeah, and grandchildren now. And it's,
You're not old enough to have grandchildren. Shut up.
I am.
Come on.
I am.
Well,
crazy, huh? Time flies.
It does. It
sure does.
Completely encapsulates you. Time flies. But you know what? That's the thing. That's why I do this, right? That's why Casey does what she does. To be honest, in radio media, there's very little money to be made, right? And in probably cattle ranching,
the inputs are so high right now between the cost of land, and starting out as a rancher, it would be so difficult. For any new generation, it's just so hard, especially with interest rates right now and the cost of land and the cost of diesel, because that's our main fuel.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on the Iran war. That's for hour 2.
Yeah,
that's for the hour 2. All right. So Casey, as we close this out, if your children came to you and they're like, Mom, I want to do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell them?
No, I'm trying to set it up so that
Be
they will
honest.
be able to do that. But I'll probably say the same thing as my dad told me growing up is there's no money in it. Right now, he's like,
You didn't listen to him. You didn't listen to
I
him.
didn't listen to it, but it's not really even about that. And I mean, if you talk to most ranchers, like 90% of the ranchers in the United States own 100 or less head of cattle.
Yeah.
And they're so meticulous about, and they care so much about their animals. It's something that they love. It's not about the money, but they have to be able to make it. They can't go under. They can't starve to death. And they're it's a lifestyle, and but it has to be sustainable. It has to be sustainable.
It does. And you know what, Casey? I can tell by your passion that you absolutely love what you do.
Yeah.
Right? And
No, absolutely.
I can tell. And that inspires me because I love what I do. Right? So I come from a construction background. Right? My son took over the construction business. And if my son wouldn't have been like, I want to do this, I would have told him no, right?
Yeah, right.
No, I would have told him no. I'd be like, no, we have illegal invaders coming into this country. They're cutting wages. There's no way you're going to make a living, right? But that's what this fight is about. The fight is about to save America and the cattle industry, the construction industry, all these things, right? So, and I love that about you, and that's why I had to have you on. And
thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Come on, Casey, you're welcome on anytime. With that being said, as we come into the final hour of the show, transitioning to the 8:00 hour, give us your closing arguments and then where people can find you.
Yeah, help us take back America's beef supply chain. We have to. It's national security, our health, our children, our grandchildren. If you're a rancher, come join us. We have signups on there. If you're a consumer, help us get those letters out for the schools, to the military, to your grocery stores. We're going to be launching soon, and I have some really big announcements coming up that are going to be super awesome. We have so much support behind us, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Not only that, you've got and maybe this is old, but I thought I just saw it today. The investigative report.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're supposed to start the series and I'm bringing
Tell
back
us
the
about that.
podcast again on next
We've
Thursday.
we've got a few more minutes. Tell us about that.
So basically we're just we're diving into kind of what has happened with the consolidation over the years and the corruption and the things that the Big Four are doing, like the colluding and the price fixing, and just there's a lot of deep dive rabbit holes that a lot of people don't even know about.
I love that.
It's going to be good.
I love that because you know what? It opens up the people's eyes. So
It does.
follow Casey. Follow her on Facebook. I follow her on Facebook. I follow her on X. Right? You gotta
Yep.
follow her because this series is going to be. I see you're very active on Facebook.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Follow her on Facebook for sure. Right? I have a decent audience on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, follow Casey. Where can we find you, Casey?
Mine is it's at YO Wagyu, and
There
then
you
so
go.
that's my personal one. And then we do have a new Facebook page. We started a couple months ago, and that one's American Rancher Alliance.
All right,
everything
Casey's
that's
gonna
posted on there, too.
send that to me. She's gonna email that to me, and then I'm gonna put it out on Facebook. I'll put it out on X. I'll put it out on Getter. Right. So my Getter audience, I know.
Yeah. On X, I'm at YO Wagyu too.
There you go. Follow
yeah.
her on X. But my Getter audience, I know you're afraid of regular like social media. Trust me. Start an account, follow Casey. Follow her there. If you don't follow anybody, you don't have to follow me. Follow Casey there, right? You already follow me on Getter. Follow her there on Facebook and X. You know what? Because the more people that follow Casey, the more this message gets out. You're going to find her investigative report, which I'm actually I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to steal some of this and highlight it on my show. Hopefully that's okay. But I'm letting you know right now. So I'm excited about it. When I saw that, I saw it today, actually. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I'm excited about this. And I'm going to ask you about it. But with that being said, Casey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And absolutely, you're amazing. And your family's amazing. And God bless you. God bless your cattle.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep you in the fight. We're going to bring you back on here. You know what? You're going to be a regular monthly guest if you're okay with that. I'm holding you to it. Okay. I'm holding you to it. All right. You and Jovan Pulitzer, right? I've got you two locked in. Because I put you on. I'm like, okay, my audience can be like, where's Jovan? Where's Casey? All right. With that being said, thank you guys so much. God bless. Stay tuned for the next hour. Thank you, Casey, so much. Right. Stay tuned for the next hour on the Killer Karl radio show. Listen, the phone lines are open. 484-939-9822. If you want to be part of the conversation, we'll be back after the top of the hour break.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. In the ongoing trade war between Canada and the U.S., Canada is reducing its dependence on U.S. suppliers of military gear.
The Canadian government is investing billions of dollars to reduce reliance on suppliers of military gear from the U.S. Wuxley is a Canadian company that makes luxury parkas. Now it's branching into defense contracting, making helmet covers for the Canadian military. James Yurachuk is founder and CEO.
There's a lot of engineering. Here's a complete garment. A lot of engineering goes into here. You see the quality.
Volatus Aerospace in Vaughan, Canada makes drones. CEO Glenn Lynch.
The objective is to develop the technologies that the Canadian Armed Forces needs, which are also including kinetic products because those are required and they have to be built in Canada.
I'm Donna Water.
President Trump retaliated by signing an executive order renaming Lake Ontario as Lake America. He says he's been thinking about renaming Lake Ontario for a long time, just as he did with the Gulf of Mexico.
We have a Gulf and we have a lake. Now all we need is an ocean. So maybe we'll have to change the name of the Atlantic and or the Pacific. Maybe we'll change them both.
Trump cannot force Canada to follow his preferred naming convention, however. Rescue teams and military helicopters are searching for hundreds of missing people along the Nepal-China border. That's where a deadly torrent of water and mud several stories high swept through communities Wednesday following a glacier collapse. Videos of the disaster showed people running before the floodwaters swallowed them up and washed out buildings and bridges. More than 390 people were killed and more than 1,400 are missing. On Wall Street, the Dow by 105 points, the Nasdaq rose 411, the S&P advanced 55. This is SRN News. A lot of Californians are taking their own lives.
In the past 5 years, the number of people taking advantage of assisted suicide in the state has soared 150%. Other states which have legalized the practice are also reporting a surge. In Canada, where lawmakers continue to expand the groups of people who are eligible, the numbers are skyrocketing. Pro-lifers and disability advocates warn that a so-called right to die can very quickly become a duty to die for the old, sick, and disabled. Michael Harrington reported.
A lot has changed in hotel rooms across the country over the past 100 years, but one constant is the Gideon Bible. The tradition began in 1908 when a Gideon's International member placed Bibles in hotel rooms in Montana. Since then, over 2.5 billion have been distributed worldwide. The Bibles have also appeared in prisons, hospitals, and even the White House. This is SRN News.
We rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The forever burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night.
To line 1, Mickey in Quakertown. What's up?
Oh my God. You are killing, all right, killing the planet.
By doing what?
Just by talking and breathing your crap lies. I've been sitting here listening to you and your old man information crowd that you had. Oh my God, I've never heard such junk.
All right, Mickey. Have you left your mom's basement? yet today, or in the past year, or since COVID? Have you left your mom's basement?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that perhaps you go through a lot of Jerkins lotion in your house. I could be wrong. All right. No, Mickey. Tyler, what was that?
I have no idea. I mean, he kind of came out of left field with that one.
They were Quakertown, man.
You're tuned in to the Killer Carl Radio Show.
Back to the Killer Carl Radio Show. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, you can call in 484-939-9822. If you want to be a part of the show, call in. And I think we have a call already. My guess is it's going to be Trent. It's going to be Trent from Alaska. So we're going to bring him on anyway. All right, hold on, Trent. Let me bring you on. You there? Trent, are you there? Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, we might have to drop this call. Trent, I was waiting. I told you, I did tell you to call back tonight, right? And obviously I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if you're got your phone. Call back, Trent, if you want to. It's up to you. But let's get into. All right, if you want to be a part of the show, you can call in, right? You can call in. The number is 484-939-9822. You could be a part of the show. But let's break it down. In all reality, right? Basically what Casey was saying, and she's a wonderful guest. But basically what you were saying is, you know what? We need to prioritize American beef. And that's not being done right now. Why? Well, because the cost of beef, let's be honest, with the Iran war, the price of fuel, diesel, all these things. And I've been saying this from the beginning. The cost of all those things creates inflation over time, right? So we're creating inflation. Those other countries, their inflation, obviously, like Argentina, they live on pennies. All right, we're gonna try to take this call again. Hello, hold on 1 minute. Let me pull you up. Is this Trent? I can. Let me bring you up so everybody else can hear you. Go ahead, Trent.
Sorry, that was on me. My Bluetooth was acting up.
No worries. Go ahead, Trent. What's on your mind?
Oh, I don't know. There's no shortage of things to talk about with Kim Dundonnie at the helm. So I listened to bits and pieces of this woman you just had on, and I know nothing about the cattle industry. I heard very little of what she spoke about. However, the fact that you seemed surprised that this is not America first.
No. Hold on, Trent. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm not surprised about that. I'm not. This is the disconnect that we have, because I believe, Trent, on many issues we agree probably more than what you want to believe, right? Because
no, I'm sure we do. I'm a registered Republican. I've been a Republican my whole life. You're just oblivious to how atrocious Trump is and
No.
the damage he's done to the country.
All right, let me ask you a question real quick, Trent. Let me ask you one question. Is there anything good that Trump has done? Anything?
Getting the borders in order is a good thing.
Yep.
However, it's outweighed. I'm for deporting people. You know what I'm against? Spitting on them on their way out and kicking them in the ass and mocking them. That's what I'm not for.
All right. Well,
if you can't see the goodwill that America has accumulated over 80 years since World War II, and Donnie is pissing it all away. We are becoming the douchebags of the world. I don't know how that's going to end up, but I can't imagine it's going to be good.
All right. Well, Trent, let me ask you a question. Right. So what do we do? What do we do with these illegal invaders that have come into our country? Right. So they're taking advantage. And just let me lay this out for you. Right.
You deport them.
No. Okay. So let me lay this out.
And you start with the worst of the worst.
Can I lay it out?
The problem is the people that are here illegally, only like 5% of them have violent criminal records. I'm not saying the other 95 should not be deported, but why does he lie about it all the time?
All right. Well, I don't. You know what? Violent. Okay. So, Trent, I have a friend that's like, okay, you know what? We already have criminals in America, so why are we deporting criminal illegals? To me, that's why would we import more illegal criminals into our country to create more crime? So right there, get rid of them. Right? We agree on that, right? Get rid of them.
Yes, but
I don't care if it's 5%. I don't care if it's 1%. I don't care. Whatever illegal invader. By the way,
right?
If they came here, let me ask you a question. Right? So I always hear. No, let me ask you a question, because you know what? I've been in construction my whole life. I've been competing against these people. They've been cutting my wages my whole life. They're doing it to my kid. Hold on, Trent. 1 minute. Let me just. Let me hear what I'm saying. I've been competing against these people. I've been competing against these people. Right? I hear all the time these people contribute. They pay taxes. How? How do they pay taxes?
I got you. Can I get a word in?
Go ahead.
Can I get a word in?
Go for it. Yep.
So when ICE grabs Julio down the street from you, the guy that has lowered your wages, I get it. Okay. Are you glad he's put in a detention center for 4 weeks with backed up toilets?
Yep. Yeah? You know what? You know what, Trent? You know what? I want him.
Yeah,
I want him launched. Trent. I want him launched because he came into my country illegally and he's been stealing from me. Because you know what? Julio lives across the street. No, wait a minute, Trent. Julio lives across the street. He's getting paid.
Let's treat him like shit first.
No, hold on. Give me a minute, because I live this. Trent, you're not talking to somebody that just been fed a golden spoon. No. I've worked for absolutely everything. I've worked for absolutely everything that I have. Absolutely everything that I've had.
No one is saying you didn't.
Okay. So when Julio across the street is going to the food bank, and him and the 5 people or 10 people that live in the migrant hotel across the street are carrying boxes of food, and they're getting paid in cash. I've seen it. They're getting paid in cash.
I'm not doubting you.
I have no sympathy for those people. And you know what, Trent? I've called ICE. I've reported them, and nothing happens.
That's fine. But it's okay if we send Julio to a third-party country that puts him in like a torture chamber.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. You listen. If you're affecting my family, Trent. Let me ask you a question, Trent. Let me ask you a question. Real quick. Let me ask you a question. Right? If Julio,
does it make you feel good?
No, let me ask you a question real quick. If Julio is affecting your daughter, right? You're in Alaska, right? If Julio is affecting your daughter, are you okay with him being deported and thrown? You see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing.
What do you mean affecting my daughter? How?
Well,
How is he
I don't
affecting
know.
my
Let's say he
daughter?
rapes your freaking daughter. I don't know. I don't know these people
then
that live across the
then he
street from
should
me
be-
because they haven't been vetted. Do you understand?
Because they're all rapists.
No, I'm not saying they're all rapists, but they are raping the American economy. Would you not deny that? They're raping the average American citizen because they're cutting our wages, they're collecting benefits, they're going
It's
to
okay it's okay to
Go ahead.
It's okay to put them in a cage and take a massive dump on them. That's okay then. Sending them to El
Yes,
Salvador to see
yes,
that-
yes, 100%, 100%. You know what,
You
Trent?
love it. You love.
I
you
don't.
love seeing
I
those
don't.
guys in
But
chains.
I want to.
Yeah,
I
you
want
do.
to deter people from
the
coming.
cruelty is the
No,
point,
I want to
right?
deter. Okay, let me ask you a question, Trent. Should criminals be punished? Like, wait, I got a better question. I got a better question. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. The what is it, Lindsay? The woman that's on trial right now. I can't.
Please don't bring up Lincoln Riley.
No,
That's
not
a
Lincoln
horrible
Riley.
story,
No.
but I'm sick of hearing her name.
I'm not bringing that up. I'm just
You
asking
would in
you.
a few minutes. You would in a few minutes.
No. I'm not bringing that up. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
'cause you're
asking.
gonna
I'm
talk
asking
about
about the.
transgender
I'm
sports?
asking about the woman that murdered her 3 children. I think her name is like Lindsay.
Yeah, I know the basics of the story.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not a health expert on postpartum depression, so I can really not weigh in on it.
Well, I can
It's a
tell you.
horrible story.
I can tell.
It's a horrible story.
Are you married?
And yes, I am.
Every woman goes through postpartum depression, right? My
To the
wife.
same level?
No,
To the same
not
level?
not
To
to
the
the
same
same
degree?
level. Absolutely not. I'm not. Listen, I'm
So
going to
she
tell
just
you right
woke
now.
up and said, she just woke up and said, "Aha! I'm going to kill 3 kids today." Is that what happened?
Should she?
I'm going to collect.
Should
I'm
she?
going to collect the insurance money.
No. Let me ask you a question. Should she be let off the hook?
No.
Okay. What should happen to her?
See, this is a total MAGA thing.
No.
You're only capable
It's
of
not
black
a
and
MAGA
white
thing. That's
thinking.
why I wanted to get off the. That's why I wanted
Can
to
I-
pick your brain.
Can I?
No,
No,
I
but
want
you're
to
doing like
pick your
MAGA
brain.
People do.
No.
Everything is black and white
No,
to you.
it's not. I want to pick your brain. I want to pick your
Sure,
brain.
go ahead.
So, and you know what? My daughter-in-law, I love her. We differ on this, and that's okay. I still love her, right? But I'm just curious, like, what should happen to this woman? Like, you're on the jury, right? What?
I don't know. I'm not in the jury.
All
I
right,
don't know
but
what-
my
I'm not
question
gonna
is
weigh in on something I
based
don't
on
know
based
much
on the
about.
facts, Trent. Based on the facts.
I don't know the fact. I don't know the facts.
So
I'm not going to give my opinion on something that I know 10% about.
Okay, so you think that she should? So you have no opinion on this?
Not based on what I know. I'm not against her being punished severely and harshly, and I'm not against a slightly lighter sentence, somewhat lighter, because of the medical issues. But I don't know anything more than that, so I'm not going to give my 2 cents on that. I'm not like you-know-who that knows. I know more about everything than everyone. Just listen to me. I know best.
Well, I've never claimed to know best.
No, who does though? Who was I just mocking?
You know what, Trent? That's the funny thing. Like, the
If you
funniest.
can't- I know I have DTS. I know I have DTS, right?
No, I'm not
Or
saying that.
TDS.
No, I. You know what? The whole Trump derangement syndrome, that makes me sick because I've been told I have that. And I don't. I'm just a realist. I look at things. I analyze things.
You should be proud.
And I get attacked from both sides, Trent. I get attacked from both sides. I get attacked from you. I get attacked from I call them the MAGA. What is it? The MAGA.
Because I'm attacking you because you truly are clueless, like with corruption.
No, I'm not clueless with corruption. I'm actually on point with corruption. You're the one that's clueless because you think the Democrat Party is all, oh no, they're fine.
No,
nothing's going on there. No, I'm telling you the whole. No.
Why are you putting thoughts in my head? That's absurd.
Trent,
I don't think that way.
I say this every night on my radio show. I say it on my Saturday morning radio show that the whole government's corrupt. Unfortunately, that the Democratic Party and
not the whole thing.
I would say 90% of them, Trent. Come on, 90% of them.
Sorry, no.
All right, why don't we have term limits?
We should.
All right, why don't we? Why don't we? Why won't the Congress or the Senate vote in term limits? Why?
For the same reason they won't ban
a job. That's why. Because they like the special interest lobby money that they get. They love the military-industrial complex money. They love the never-ending war money. They love all of it.
So
they love the power.
There's no politicians that are good, honest civil servants. They're all corrupt.
Name one. Name one.
You think?
Name one. Name one.
I could name most of them that you don't see on TV every day.
Go ahead, name them. Because I'd like to look at them.
I'm just trying to think I mean, I don't know a lot of these people's names. I just know the really crappy ones that I see on Fox News all the time.
Well, you see them on Fox News. You see them on Newsmax. You see them on CNN. You see them all over the place.
I see the performative ones all the time.
Of course. Is Nancy Pelosi corrupt?
Of course.
Let me ask you a question. Is Ted Cruz corrupt?
He's immoral because Trump crapped all over his wife and he could care less. I mean, I don't know what that says about good old Ted.
Is Jerry Nadler corrupt?
I don't know enough about him.
Well, I do. He's corrupt. They're all corrupt. That's the problem. Because we don't have term limits.
I disagree.
And we allow.
That's a common excuse.
No,
the level of corruption.
Trent, we allow
corruption.
We allow lobbyists in Washington D.C. And by the way, this is our fault. This is the American people's fault. We did this. We allowed this. By the way, we allow lobbyists to go into Washington D.C. from foreign countries and big business.
I get it. I'm not saying there's not issues.
And take our.
I'm just saying not everyone's. I'm not as cynical as you. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I don't expect you to be. I don't want you to be like me. That's what I love about you. You're not like me. You have a different opinion. That's what this show is about, having a different opinion. That's why I never censor. I never censor anybody.
I'm a smart, intelligent, rational person, not like the idiots that vote for Trump. To vote for Trump, you're either an idiot or you're corrupt, or both.
All right, so you've just insulted a lot of the country, by the way. So if you voted for AOC, are you retarded?
Borderline.
All right, I'm going to say you're retarded. You know what, Trent? I love you, and I love your calls.
I didn't vote. I vote for Republicans generally until Trump came around.
So you like George Bush?
No understanding.
You like George Bush? Please don't tell me you like George Bush.
Yeah, actually, I did. I'm a rhino.
Oh my God. Is this a prank call? It's got to be a prank call. But
no.
Listen, Trent,
Look, Bush. Can I give you my 2 cents real quick on Bush?
Yeah, the floor is yours. Go ahead. I'm just going to shut
Bush?
up and take a drink.
Bush screwed up and made an awful mistake. Clearly going into Iraq was the wrong decision. Okay? However, he did it for the right reasons. Okay? There was plenty of reasons to think that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction.
Because Israel
And if
told
I'm
us.
Bush at the time, if I'm Bush at the time, can I finish my thought?
Well, yeah, but can I play a clip then after you're done?
No, if I'm Bush at the time, I'm saying there's 2 bad situations here. One is we go into Iraq and we don't find anything, and that's going to be a you-know-what show. But you know what the other bad scenario is? We don't do anything, and one morning there's a mushroom cloud over a major U.S. city.
All right, so you're all about the Iran war.
Oh, Iran needs to be taken care of. However,
so you're all about what Trump's doing right now.
See, that's where we're going to differ.
No. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay, neutering and decapitating the mullahs and the ruling class in Iran is a good thing. We are going about it like a bunch of third graders. We have 2 idiots, Trump and Hegseth, Trump and G.I. Joke, who have no clue what they're doing, running this thing. That's the problem. As Trump likes to say, or Hegseth, we have stupid people running the show. The fact that Trump, 3 days into this, said, who would have thought that the Iranians would close the strait and attack their Arab neighbors? You know who thought that?
Well, you know what?
Friggin' expert that studied this.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Hold on, Trent, 1 minute.
But no, I get it. I get it that you're against the situation.
No. You know, the thing is that Hegseth didn't say that. He didn't say that. He says, of course we thought about they would close the strait. And I said, no, you didn't. I said it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't think about it, because I'm going to tell you right now, if they thought about the Iranians closing the strait, they would have secured it. But we can't secure the strait because of the geographic position of it. You cannot. Listen, the strait is closed right now. It's closed. I don't care what Trump says. I don't care what anybody says. It's closed.
Yeah, he's a liar. Look, did Trump put 5 minutes of planning into this or 10 minutes of planning? It's one or the other.
No, you know what? Can I lay this out? Can I lay this out for you? And
I think Trump.
1 minute.
I think Trump invested 10 minutes in the planning.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, and you can just hold on for a minute. Let me lay it out, and then you can answer after the fact.
Bibi
came to Trump.
I know what happened.
Yeah, what happened was.
I know.
Yep, Bibi's like, oh, Iran's blah, blah, blah. We did Operation Midnight Hammer. They sent in Mossad to create a false uprising. Bibi came in and said, hey, look, we just need to go in and soften up these targets. And if you do that, it'll be like Venezuela. We'll be out of there in 4 days. 4 days we'll be out of there. You'll get the Nobel Peace Prize, and I knew it was over. I knew that this was going to happen when Bibi came to the White House, and he gave President Trump the Israel equivalent of the equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize. That's exactly what happened. Trump got drug into this, and it's no different than COVID, by the way. Just let me tell you.
It's don't go off on tangents, please. Look, Bibi's a smart guy, and he knew I'll never again see a guy this stupid in the White House. This guy is a 6-year-old. I can tell him whatever he wants to hear and manipulate him. Doing something in Iran's a long shot, but if you don't throw the ball up, it's never going to go in. So let's blow smoke up you-know-whose butt. He's easy to manipulate, and we'll get him to go along with this. I know how it happened. You're 100% right. Do you think Bibi actually thought this would work? Bibi thought it was a long shot.
Well, no, but let me just play this for our audience.
Trump's like a 6-year-old.
So I just, while you're on the line, I'm going to pull this up.
Just tell me what it is.
Well, it's BB, right? It's BB from, I think it's like 2029. I played it on my show like a million freaking times.
I know. He has said Iran is 2 hours away from a bomb for the last 30 years. I know. But having lived in Israel for a year, okay, Iran is a real threat to Israel, much more so than they are to us.
You see, I think Syria is more of a threat.
That's absurd.
Why?
Utterly absurd.
I have very close friends that lived in Syria, and they see what's going on there now.
Syria's a failed state.
No, it isn't.
Syria's a failed state.
Yes, and that's the biggest threat. That's the biggest threat, because you know what? You have a failed Iran. Just like Iraq.
Not really.
Just like
Not-
Iraq.
not
No.
yet.
Just
Okay.
like Iraq. Just like Iraq. Right? Iraq kept Iran in check, correct?
Iran.
No. Saddam Hussein.
They were ready for this.
Saddam Hussein kept Iran in check, right? They were the balance of the Middle East, correct?
You mean? Yes.
Right, Saddam.
That's why we funded Iraq.
Yep, they kept Iran in check, correct?
Back in the 80s, absolutely.
Of course. And we're seeing this whole thing replay itself. We're going to take down Iran, and then Syria.
But Iran,
and Syria is going to funnel in.
Iran is a very real threat. Whether they're 1 hour away or 100 years away from a nuke, I don't know. I don't know what to believe, because Trump was dumb enough.
They're not. If they probably had them already. Let's be honest. They probably already had nukes this whole time. They had nukes probably the whole freaking time. How do you know they didn't? Oh, the experts. Who's the experts? The experts that told us. Wait, Trent. The experts that told us that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction when he didn't. The same Mossad. The same BB and Mossad that told us that we need to go into Iraq because they have weapons of mass destruction. They were never there, and then we were told they went to Syria. They didn't go to Syria. Well, I'd probably go to the plumber because I don't trust the medical system, but go ahead. I don't think most of America does. Well, I'm not MAGA. You know what I am. I'm America first. So don't get me wrong. I care about America and the American people. Yeah, but Trent, to be honest, can I pause you for 1 minute? The experts have been wrong so much. They've been wrong so much. All right, so wait a minute. So let me ask you a question real quick. What did we gain from Afghanistan? I have friends. I actually have a very close personal friend that lived in Afghanistan, has relatives there. And I have friends that lived in Syria, very close friends. They own restaurants. I go there. I talk to them. They have family members there. What did we gain from Afghanistan? Please point it out. That didn't come from, you know this, dude. Come on. That didn't come from Afghanistan. You know this. You're not dumb. I can tell you're a really smart guy. You're really smart. And that's why I have you. That's why I'm entertaining this. Because you're a very intelligent guy. I can tell that. You're just trying to play word Saudi Arabia, dude. That's where it all came from. You know it. I know it. All the funding came from Saudi Arabia. All of it. All the planning, the funding, they were brought in. Maybe they came from Afghanistan, but to be honest, it all came from Saudi Arabia, and you know it just as well as I do. You're a smart dude. You're smart. You're not dumb. What did we gain out of it? What did we gain out of it? All right, what did we gain out of Iraq? What did we gain out of Iraq besides a bunch of our dead children dying on a foreign battlefield? What did we gain out of that? What did we gain out of Vietnam? Nothing. Yes, I'm against foreign wars, dude. I'm sorry. You can call me an isolationist. I don't want to be involved in any of that bullshit. All right, I'll take it. Let me ask you a question. You want your kid dying in Iran? No, of course you don't. I know that, but that's my point. Why are we there? What are we gaining from it? What have we gained? Let me ask you a question. If do you trust Bibi? I don't trust him. He's lied. He's lied to us. Why would you trust him? You're smart. You know he's lied to us. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing, Trent. And you know what? I 100%. Yes. I 100%. Yes. Yep. He only Bibi has his own interests at his. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. Live in Chicago. Live in Philadelphia. You live in a dangerous neighborhood, my friend. Would you want to take a walk in Philadelphia at night? Well, I get you, but a lot of people live in dangerous neighborhoods. But the reality of it is Trent, most people, right, in America, right, they don't care about what's happening in Iran. They don't care about what's happening in Israel. They care about what's affecting them right now. Let me ask you a question, Trent. Yep. And Trent, let me ask you a question. Does charity begin at home? Of course. So if America is overextended, and we are, we can't even get people to buy our 30-year treasury bonds right now. And it's not Trump. It's a collusion of politicians and presidents that have brought us to this place. Can you agree with that? Not just Trump. Let's not just pile on him. We have come to this point. And I'm not a defender of Trump, but Trent, we have come to this point in America. I do, but do we not have the highest national debt? We do. And if we can't sell our treasury bonds, what happens? All right, but my question is Trump just solely responsible for this, or other presidents and politicians, are they responsible too? Oh, come on, dude. Come on. I'm not a Trump apologist, but here's the thing. No, what did Bush do? How much debt did we occur under Bush? And then we had 2009, dude. I was a construction worker. 2009, going into Obama, Trump's or Bush's actions and everything that was done under him was brutal. They're all guilty, all of them. It's not just Trump. You have to be honest, dude. You have to be honest. I'm honest. That's the problem. I'm honest. I'm not just going to sell a bunch of shit to people. All right. So, Trent, hold on 1 minute. Trent, we need to go to commercial break because we're running a little long. So let's go to commercial break. I'll bring you back right after this. All right. All right. Thank you, Trent. I appreciate your call, though.
Let's go to line 1. Mickey in Quakertown. What's up?
Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The forever burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. Rise and stand, voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate, with steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night, and your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we strive, with iron resolve we will not divide. The fire burns bright, unyielding and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar, for America first will. rise and stand. Voices of the brave echo to the land. Chasing dreams on the edges of fate. With steel in our veins, we will not wait. Killer call, we rally and war. For America first, we'll settle the score. Populism's fire ignites the night. And your face will shine a light. From the ashes of the past we stride. With iron resolve, we will not divide. The fire burns bright, kneeling and strong. Together we'll sing a defiant song. Killer call, we rally and roar. For America first.
Are you tired of weak, woke, whisper politics? Then buckle up, America, because Killer Carl is here, turning politics all the way up for the America First movement. We're exposing the swamp, crushing the globalists, and fighting for the forgotten men and women who built this country. Killer Carl, the most unapologetic, high-octane political show on radio. It'll make your blood pump and your neighbors wake up.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us on the Killer Carl radio show. Look, if you want to keep us on the air, right, you got to go to our sponsors, BeyondDetox.com, BeyondDetox.com. My man, Jacob, you could book a 20-minute free consultation with him, right? If you want to take control of your health, go there right now. Go to BeyondDetox.com/Killer Carl. Book a 20-minute consultation with Jacob and take control of your health, right? That's what you need to do. We love Jacob, and let's see if we can bring our caller back on. All right, Trent.
I'm here.
All right. So
yeah, can I? Hey, I want to tell you a quick little story. Okay, bear with me for 1 sec.
Sure.
Back in the 90s, I ran this awesome scam. Okay, I got all these people to pay me thousands of dollars, frankly, millions of dollars, for these courses that I set up. Except the courses never happened, or I hired some dopey college kid to like hand out some flyers. It was a total scam. But you know how gullible people are. I mean, I made millions from it. I only had to stop doing it because so many state attorney generals were suing me, and I was getting cease and desist letters. You know, it was a
Are
great
you serious
scam.
right now?
I finally had. Yeah. Would you hire me? It was called Trent University. Would you hire me to be your bookkeeper
you're
for your
going into
construction business?
the Trump thing?
Would you hire me to be the bookkeeper for your construction business?
Well, I wouldn't hire.
Yes or no?
I wouldn't hire Joe Biden or Hunter Biden or Bill Clinton.
No, don't change the effing topic. Stop changing the effing topic.
Here's the thing, Trent.
Stop changing the topic. No. Would you hire me to keep the books of your construction company?
No, absolutely not.
Frankly,
I wouldn't hire anybody that wanted to run.
But you'd vote for me. But you don't have a problem voting for me into president, right?
All right. Let me ask you a question, Trent. After we elected,
yeah, let that sink in.
Wait.
Carl,
hold on.
Carl, let
Trent,
that sink.
One
let
question.
That sink
let
in.
me ask you a question.
He ran a fake university.
Right, you realize that,
if not millions.
Trent, so wait a minute.
And you're okay with that person being our president? Okay, makes perfect sense.
No, it's false, because somebody else set that up and ran it, and he just endorsed it. You know that as well as I do. But hold on, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, 1 minute.
Wait, locker room talk.
What about Joe Biden? What about Joe Biden finger raping Tara Reid in the halls of Congress? You're okay with that?
It's terrible.
No, let me ask you a question. What about wait, hold on. What about Ashley Biden's diary? Right? The FBI went, and I've never heard of this before. I don't know if you have. So she left her diary in a halfway house under the bed, and somebody found it, and they discovered that Joe Biden inappropriately had showers with Ashley Biden. And by the way, I know somebody that was on Ashley. No, wait, hold on. I personally know somebody. Hold on. I personally know somebody that was on Ashley Biden's detail, right? So they were on her detail, right, to take care of her. I know somebody personally that was on her detail. So just let that sink in. She described that she was so messed up from her father that it made her addicted to sex and drugs. Now, the FBI was sent in. The FBI was sent in, right, to James O'Keefe. Hold on, wait.
Biden
to
is
James
a novice.
O'Keefe. And by the way,
Biden is a novice pedo.
No,
He's
wait,
not the master pedo that Trump is.
They're all
Biden's a
pedos.
novice
They're all
pedo.
pedos, dude. Come on.
Yeah, they're all pedos.
Where we get
right.
back, this is where we get back to.
Didn't we go?
This is
didn't
where
we
we
go
get
through
back
this
to the.
before?
This is
Because
where.
Bill
No,
Clinton,
this is where.
because
hold
Bill
on,
Clinton
Trent,
was a horn dog.
1 minute.
They're all pedos.
No. It's all been covered up, dude. You know it as well as I do. I'm not here to make excuses for people. Trump, Biden, Bill Clinton, George Bush. I'm not here to make excuses for any of them. I want it all exposed.
No, but
I want it all out.
You're drawing
No.
false equivalencies.
The problem is, Trent, is you don't want to admit that our full government is full of pedos, and they've been covering this bullshit up from beginning. You don't want to admit that. I'm willing to admit it. I'm willing to admit that the GOP, the DNC, they pick the candidates they vote for. They don't honor the people you vote for.
I'm sure if I walked into my local Social Security office, it's filled with pedophiles molesting young kids. Okay, got it.
I'm talking about DC, dude. I'm talking about DC. I'm talking about the people that control our country.
This conversation's taking a turn into stupidity.
Well, okay, explain why. Explain to me, Trent, and we're coming down to the last couple of minutes, right? So, first things first. I just want to say, you know what? I respect your point of view. That's why I allow you on my airwaves. That's why I take your call, and I don't shut you down. I don't hang up on you because I love debate. I love the fact of people having different views. I love that. I won't silence that because I believe in the First Amendment. I believe in your ability to be able to say what you want to say. That's why I won't silence you in my chats, and I won't silence anybody in my chats. And I won't just hang up on you. I'll let you have the last word. Right? Because I believe in your First Amendment, and I respect your opinion. I'm not going to trash you or slander you.
You're a better man than me because I respect other people's opinions.
Okay.
But if someone thinks the earth is flat,
well, okay, yeah, I don't agree with that. That's stupidity.
They deserve.
But you can say it
to be shunned by polite society.
But you can say it.
Of course, I didn't say it's illegal.
Yeah.
I didn't say it's illegal. But people that believe the earth is flat should be shunned by polite society, pointed at, and laughed at.
Yep.
And supporting Trump is frankly the equivalent. It's the equivalent of saying the earth is flat.
All right, Trent, if people want to follow
That's
you
how
somewhere.
absurd it
All right,
is.
Trent, if people want to follow you, where can they follow you?
YouTube, the Seminar Caller.
All right, awesome. Follow Trent. He's got a differing opinion. I'm going to follow him. right? Because I like different opinions, right? I do. Like, I'm open to that.
You can see all my calls to John Fredericks. John loves me.
He doesn't love you. But you know what? You can call into my Saturday show. You're more than welcome.
That guy's gonna have it. No, I call Matt Boyle on Saturdays.
All right. Well, you can call into my Saturday show if you want to, and you can call into my weeknight show anytime you want. Thank you, Trent. God bless you. I respect your opinion, brother.
Have a good one.
Yep. God bless.
Have a good one.
You too, man.
See ya.
All right. With that being said, we are coming to the end of the show. And so, listen, a Friday night, it's going to be open phone lines, right? So if you want to join me here tomorrow night, it's going to be open phone lines from 7 to 9. You can join me then. And then don't forget, Mark Mitchell, Saturday mornings, right? Saturday morning, 8 a.m. on the John Fredericks Radio Network. With that being said, we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out Casey Parker, American Ranchers Alliance. Check her out. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow night.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. In the ongoing trade war between Canada and the U.S., Canada is reducing its dependence on U.S. suppliers of military gear.
The Canadian government is investing billions of dollars to reduce reliance on suppliers of military gear from the U.S. Wuxley is a Canadian company that makes luxury parkas. Now it's branching into defense contracting, making helmet covers for the Canadian military.